Okay, welcome back to part 2, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed part 1. I just finished part 1, so I'm going to crack on now and do this boat. I'll start with the dark hull, I think. You see that dark hull is almost black, isn't it? It's a bit of a blue, but there's a bit. It's a dark colour. We'll just get a dark colour with a pointy brush. Let's pick a point. Now, this is the important part with the boat. I'm going to go at a slight angle so the boat is going away from us ever so slightly, all right? I'm going to go here, and I'm going to come back at a slight angle like this. Now, I'm not going to go too big with the boat. I don't want to go very big because it will overpower the whole painting. So let's just cut across it like this. Imagine this is the back. Okay. So I'm basically just filling in at the moment now. And it comes up, there's a steep bit of an angle on this, isn't there? And it comes up, and then it comes around and down. Just to give a nice curve, that's all. Then I'll take a smaller brush and just start filling in that. Let's get some rich phthalo blue, and let's fill this in. Now, you don't have to do a boat like this. You could put in your own boat. It could be just a little small, simple boat. It could be an oil tanker, whatever you want. I'm only joking, but you can put in whatever kind of a boat suits you. Okay? So I'm just being careful now with this. I'll add some black towards the end, where it meets the water. It's always a good idea when you're painting something like this, like a boat or something, to grade your colour. So have a slightly darker at the bottom coming up and softening in. It's a good idea. It just gives a bit of character to a painting, you see what I mean? And you can add highlights. So I will add a slight light blue highlight on this. A little bit of phthalo blue with white. So I'm just going to go up here and add a little bit of highlight, softening a bit of that light blue across. And you can even go brighter with this. I'm going to go brighter. I'm going to do it. Okay, just like that. So that's the side of the boat. Then we have the main body, which is just white. Let's just take a simple white, thick white paint on its own. And we start over here, coming down, follow the angle like that. I'm sort of making this up now as I go along because I don't have a good photograph of the boat, how it looks when it's at an angle, so to speak, if you understand what I mean. So I'm having to kind of improvise in this. So I'm going to just go, I can see there's a bit coming up like that, comes across, and comes back down like that, doesn't it? Okay, something like that. Then I'll take a smaller brush. And let's just pop in some little details. I hope you can see this okay, Deborah. I hope I'm making this nice and clear for you. And we also have some windows, don't we, coming at a slight angle like that. And don't worry about all of this. I'm going to be putting some darks in here as well in a moment. But I'm just trying to, at the moment now, give the impression of little bits of detail on the boat without kind of painting actual detail, if that makes sense. Just to show there's things going on the boat. Now we'll take a little bit of white and just sharpen this line across here. Okay. And then I'm going to take some rich cadmium red and pop a little cadmium red through like that. Again, that's just adding a little bit of detail to it. Finally, well, not finally, but for my darks, just a little bit of black. I'm just going to add a slight little bit of detail Now when I say little detail, I'm just putting in little marks here and there. I'm not even looking at the photograph, I'll be honest. I'm just popping in little marks here and there to suggest little touches of detail, just to suggest it, nothing else. Do you understand what I mean? So it then just kind of maybe put this impression of someone in the boat as well. See? Just a little slight impression. We don't need to do any more than that. I think it's just enough. The next thing I want to do is just add a little reflection of this. That's all. Because it looks a little strange sitting there on the water, doesn't it, with no reflection. So I'll take some phaylo blue and a little black. And I'll just simply, with the edge of my brush kind of, you know what I mean? Just go along like this. I'm dragging the bottom of the boat into the reflection as well, look. Just very lightly dabbing, like so. And I will do the very same with some of the white, just to give, just to show a little bit of light from top of the boat as well. Okay, you see, just little dabs with the brush, nothing else. I'm just keeping it nice and simple. That's all I'm doing. Now, I'll just take my little flat knife. There's no paint on it, but I'm just going to go along where they meet and just drag it across. Sort of merging them together ever so slightly, okay? Now, so we already have that little reflection done there. That's quite nice, isn't it? Now, Deborah wanted me to see if I could add something to it. Something pulling someone along. So I'm just going to take some Naples yellow. I'm going to come off of the boat with perhaps a bit of a rope or something. Alright. And then with my small brush, I'm going to mix a very rich orange. I'm going to try orange, cadmium yellow and some red. This will really give a splash of colour to the painting now, won't it? I'm just going to go like that. Now I know this is probably not your type of thing in a painting, but Deborah asked me if I could try and do this for her, so for this tutorial I'm just going to do it. One of these little floaty things, you know those floaty things that they kind of pull along with people on them? Something like that. She was asking me, so I'll try and do it for you, okay? Just a little thing going across like that. And maybe add a couple of highlights to this. And also we need a little reflection, don't we? Just a small hint of a reflection in the water. So how's this looking now, Deborah? I hope you're happy enough with this so far. Lastly, let me just first put some white in here. So this is going to leave a little bit of movement behind it, isn't it? So we'll put a little bit of movement behind it, like so. I want to put in the impression of some people on this. So I'm going to take burnt sienna with Naples yellow. Let's just try this now. This could go completely wrong, but I just want to try it. Let's go like that and turn the leg down. And again, let's just put 2 on this for now. Then I'll take, let's say, a bit of phaylo blue and do the first person. And then they're going to be holding on to something, aren't they? Like that. The next person, I'm going to put a little white. I think a little bit of white for a bit of contrast. Okay. Then some hair on these people. I'm just going to go simply with some burnt umber. And I'm just going to suggest one there and another one on this side. And a little bit of shadow there and there. But Deborah, you can kind of improvise on this now yourself. I'm just putting in a very loose impression, all right? But you improvise on this yourself and just kind of make it your own. And there we go. And I think that's all right. I don't think that's too bad at all. Just going to add some more yellow onto this. And maybe just a bit of dark colour down along the bottom. I think just to sit it down a little bit better. What do you think? So I'm really going to just call it a day at that, because I know if I keep going at this, I'll just be adding more and more and more. And there's a chance I could spoil the painting. So I'm just going to leave it. Maybe a little just on the back of the boat here as well. There will be a little bit of splash coming off of the boat. And how about that? My friends, thank you so much for joining me. That was fun, a lot of fun. You can leave the board out if you like and just use the landscape as a reference, just to help you create little, you know, water, sparkle on water, a little bit of distance in the sky, perhaps, if you want to learn how to paint little clouds like that. So you can use any part of this just for your own, you know, learning and building and, you know, improving your technique, if you like. So, yeah, look, let me know what you think anyway. Thank you so much for joining me. Deborah, thank you so much for your support. I hope I've helped you with this to create just a nice simple little scene of a boat pulling some people on one of those inflatables, so to speak. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you all very shortly, my friends. I have one coming up for Patreon as well, a very nice one, a big one, a big soft landscape, an Irish landscape. So I look forward to that. I will see you again. Take care and happy painting.